Welcome back to algebravideos.com. Well, we have a little problem here with numbers and little x's on both sides, and so when we see a problem like this, we know we need to move numbers around until we have x by itself on one side of the equation. These are called linear equations, but don't worry about these big words up here in the heading. You don't need to know the big words, which are usually your chapter titles. That's why we have the shark and the dinosaur up here, just to kind of make fun of them as big, scary words. Math is its own language, and you don't need to know these labels. All you need to do is know how to work the problems. And so here's how we do it. That's my job, is to show you how to work the problems. On something like this, the first step you want to do is combine anything that looks similar. So x terms or just number terms, whatever you can combine, just combine them and it'll shorten the problem. So when I look at this, I see a 5x here and a plus 4x. And I know that 5x plus 4x can be combined into 9x. So it'd be a lot easier if we could just write this as 9x instead of 5x plus 4x. So that's going to be our first step. I'm going to write 9x. And then all of these other terms I'm going to leave the same. We're just going to bring them down as they are. So this term right here of plus 2, I'm just going to rewrite that as a plus 2. And then on the right side, I'm just going to rewrite these terms as they are. 2x plus 30. So that's 2x plus 30. 2x plus 30. And now I don't see any more terms to combine on the right side. I've got an x term and I've got a constant. And on the right side, once again, an x term and a constant. So now I'm just going to subtract. Well, I want to get rid of this x term on the right side because I only want to have one x term by itself over here on the left side. I could do it the left side or the right side, doesn't matter. I'm just choosing to do the left side. So I'm going to get rid of this x term on the right side, which is 2x. Well, how do I get rid of a 2x? Well, very simple. I just subtract 2x. I just say, I want you to go away. And this way, this 2x here plus this minus 2x over here will combine to be 0. However, since I put a negative 2x on the left side, or excuse me, on the one side, I need to put a negative 2x on the other side. Because anytime you do something in math to one side of the equation, you got to do it to the other side of the equation. So I subtracted 2x from both sides. So now let's combine these like terms again and see what we're left with. On the left side, we have 9x minus 2x. Well, 9 minus 2 is 7, right? So 9x minus 2x is 7x. So those two terms simplify to just 7x. And then this plus 2 right here, I'm just going to rewrite it. No change. And then over on the right side, 2x minus 2x is 0. So you're left with just 30 on the right side. That's why we subtracted the 2x. So 2x plus 30 minus 2x, that whole thing simplifies to just 30. Because the 2x and the minus 2x cancel out to 0. Okay, so I'd like to get rid of this 2 on the left side. So how might I do that? Well, let's just subtract 2. I've got a 2 there on the left side. I'm going to subtract 2 just because I want to. And the rule in math and algebra, and all you have to really know, this is really all you're learning, is when you do something to the left side, you do the same thing to the right side. So now, when we combine these two terms, plus 2 and minus 2, they'll go to 0. So let's do that. Let's rewrite this term on the left. 7x. Okay, I'm just rewriting this. Plus 2 minus 2. Well, that simplifies to 0. And now on the right side, 30 minus 2 is 28. So there we are. So now I'm just going to simplify again. 7x plus 0 is just 7x equals, on the right side, 28. And now I want to get rid of the 7 because we're trying to get x by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by 7. And then we'll simplify again. Now this term of 7 divided by 7 is going to simplify to 1. This term right here, 7 divided by 7, that just simplifies to 1. So I'm going to rewrite that down here as a 1. I don't have to, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. 1, you can write it or not write it. And then this x here is unchanged, so I'm just going to rewrite that, bring it down. So 7x divided by 7 is the same as 1x. And that equals, on the right side, 28 divided by 7 is 4. So our solution is x equals 4. And this is the answer. This is all you really have to do on your homework, your quiz, your test, whatever. That is the solution to the problem. However, if you want to be absolutely sure that that's the solution, make sure you didn't make any mistakes, you'll want to plug this solution back into the original equation and see if you get numbers that are equal on both sides. So let's do that. Here is the original equation, and wherever there is an x, like right there, another one right there, and another one right there. Anywhere there's an x, we're going to plug in our solution of 4 and see what we get. 5x becomes 5, and we're plugging in a 4 for the x, right? So that becomes 5 times 4. And then plus 2, just bringing down this plus 2 right here. And then plus 4 times x, so that becomes 4 times, we're plugging in for x, 4, equals, on the right side, this term right here, 2 times x. But what's 2 times x? We're plugging in a 4 for every x, so that becomes 2 times 4. And then plus 30. That part here didn't change. So I'm writing a plus 30. All right, so let's simplify that. The 5 times 4 becomes 20. And then plus 2. So there's 2 right here. And then plus 4 times 4, this term right here, is 16. We're going to write a 16 there. And that equals, on the right side, this first term is 2 times 4 is 8. And then plus, what, plus 30 right there is not going to change. All right. So let's do the math and simplify the left side. 20 plus 2 is 22. Plus 16 is 38. So on the left side we have a 38. And that equals, on the right side, 8 plus 30. Well, that is 38. So when we plugged in our 4 into the original equation, we got two numbers that equal each other. It doesn't matter what the two numbers are. It was 38 or 38 or 20 and 20, 10, 10. It doesn't matter. It's just that the equation is true. We've got two numbers that are equal, and that proves that our solution of x equals 4 was the correct solution. So I'm going to give us an A+.
Thumbs up and subscribe. For more videos like this, check out algebravideos.com.